No, your eyes aren't deceiving you. Yes, this is a wrestling podcast on a Tuesday night. That's what happens when you have a superstar shakeup. So, welcome to another edition of a wrestling podcast. This time for Smackdown Live brand, exclusively here on the Popcast Network. My name is Owen. Joining me as always is Ashley.
Well, it's not just SmackDown, is it?
Smackdown Live. Apparently,
This
me
is
talking.
the fallout. This is the fallout from all that's gone down with the superstar shake your money maker.
Yep, that's exactly right. So we are ready with basically they are currently taking place right now on SmackDown is 205 and well not SmackDown, but obviously the venue right now would be 205 Live.
Yeah.
So we'll see what's going on with that. And
no Nigel, because congrats to him and his wife, because Nigel's got a little daughter.
Very nice. So we are live to discuss everything that's going on with the Superstar Shakeup, talk about hits and misses from each brand and all points in between. And once again, I get to be the host once more, as I always am, but this is all about Ashley, just like it always is here on this network. Super tired. Sorry, we went to the gym today and I'm exhausted. So we're getting ready for the half marathon on Sunday, which I'm super excited for. So needless to say, since that's the case, then I'm like exhausted. So Ashley is going to be the charge.
Mustafa Ali as Glacier's just showing up.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. It's Mustafa Ali by way of
DJZ.
DJZ meets Glacier meets the bodysuit of Psychosis. And the most like third-rate laser tag
and Iron Man in his fucking hand or something.
And the most third-rate version of Iron Man that exists.
And to think, this guy was a cop. Is he technically not? You know,
he's a cop. So there's been a lot of wonderment from everyone about what's going on with the wrestling coverage here on this network. Don't know what's going on for tomorrow night yet. Still can't tell you right now. Yeah, probably.
I'm sort of calling it off because we're sort of doing it here anyway.
Yeah, in essence.
You know, we'll try and cover the big indie stuff as it's happening, but that, you know, I've got stuff that's coming up in the next few weeks that's going to affect sort of my output to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
Owen's obviously got his work schedule and everything, so it's just fitting it where we can. So hopefully we'll be able to do something at least possibly for Raw next week or one of the 2 days, whether it's Raw or SmackDown, to round into Greatest Royal Rumble. With the Greatest Royal Rumble, I mean, if Owen was going to do it live, it was going to be probably on his own. So I don't know how much I'm going to be able to catch up in terms of stuff live because of what I normally do anyway on a Friday. It's the day that's screwing it over because the Friday. And because it's live, so it's like, well, that's 5 in the afternoon when I'm normally out, so that's complicated.
Apparently I was watching. I'm just noticing this thanks to the fact I just paid attention on the WWE YouTube channel. Obviously, that a waste of space, No Way Jose was on Raw in a segment with another person I don't like, and that's Jinder Mahal, and they were basically showing the rosebuds.
Yeah,
that's exactly what they was. And shout out to Max Caster from the Shook Crew for being a part of it for the night.
Oh shit!
So yeah, I mean, once again, Grimm's Toy Show. I'm telling you, I don't care what anybody says. One of the best indie wrestling brush stuff that's on right now. Straight up.
God.
Yeah.
So yeah, the big thing to take out from the last 2 nights is SmackDown 1.
Yeah, SmackDown is definitely an advantage right now.
SmackDown 1. If you want to watch one show, it's SmackDown. We'll get into why, because we'll start off with Raw. Number one pick, apparently, is Jinder Mahal.
Oh, I see Bear Bronson, too. Whoops, didn't see that. Okay, sorry about that. Jinder Mahal, I don't know why that's a thing. And Smart Mark Sterling, yes!
Jinder and the Sings are going to be on Raw.
I'm more excited about Creative Pro being on this segment on Raw that I'm now watching. Because I don't care about Jinder at all.
Jinder's like, I came here in a taxi cab. I want the bloody perks, the same perks that Lesnar has. Because I'm better than anybody. And Kurt's like, if you got any problems, just email to them. It's kurt.angle@nofreakingway.com.
Well, here's the funny thing that I'm going to
set that up as a fucking email. Please do it, because I want to email it.
I know we're getting ahead of ourselves, but actually we have to let's just basically call it right how as we see it. 3 and B are on the same brand now.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that as it develops. So you've ruined this. You've ruined the spot.
That's what happens.
So Jeff
I'm
Hardy.
Asleep, okay.
Jeff Hardy comes in and basically answers this open challenge thing for the US title, or at least Angle makes it for the US title. Mm-hmm. Jeff wins in a solid match. And immediately I'm going, right, so do I want Jeff on SmackDown or Seth Rollins on SmackDown? Thinking, obviously, if Rollins goes to SmackDown, Raw is dead.
Yeah.
Whereas if Jeff goes, that means officially Matt and Bray can do whatever they do without there be the specter of Jeff being there. It splits them up. It lets them be separate. Then No Way Jose shows up dancing. Didn't wrestle. That was all he did. Just dance.
Once again, shout out to Creative Pro for Max Caster and Smart Mark Sterling and Bear Bronson, all former members of the Grimm's Toy Show roster as well. They are showing up. I thought that was cool seeing them.
Bayley versus Sasha was decent for what it was, and then the Riot Squad attacked him, and then I'm immediately going, so the two stables that were so fucking successful, they're literally going to change over. Lo and behold, I was pretty much right on that.
Well, actually, considering the fact you really can't do anything with the other stable now, because their leader can't work, physically, literally can't work.
They're still coming out to Paige's music.
Well, that's because that's all they've got.
They couldn't do something in the last 7 days.
Well, I mean, they need to. They could keep those wondrous SmackDown graphics that they have on the other brands. So,
but yeah, to me, that's a positive because we're replacing Sonya and Mandy with 3 actual people that can wrestle.
3 workers, yeah.
Ruby, Sarah, and Liv.
Once again, even though it's not going to happen, I'm telling you, WWE, you really missed the boat. You really should have made Crazy Mary and Sister Abigail. And now they could have done it.
So then Slater and Rhino Authors of Pain. Authors of Pain officially murdered Paul Ellering around the back of the Smoothie King Center, apparently. Because he's nowhere to be seen. And then Miz TV with the newest members of Monday Night Raw, probably the only positive overall, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Well, for me, obviously, my bias shows from other people as well, but the biggest positive is Zayn and Owens for sure.
But then Kurt comes out not happy, like, you were fired. And then apparently Stephanie sent an email, which she printed off with Zayn with the reading glasses. It was just like, you got an F on your fucking report card? It's like,
God.
The looks and everything. In light of recent events and your proclivity for making emotionally motivated decisions, I've no choice to relook at your handling of a situation with Sami and Kevin. To let them walk away from Raw would be a mistake of epic proportions. So the decision's been overruled. Kevin and Sami are on Raw. Yes.
I'm happy with that.
The people that tried to fucking murder your brother and your father are suddenly your friends. Pro wrestling logic, everybody.
Of course.
So Angle was like, screw it. Miz, you're going to SmackDown. Daniel Bryan wants you. And I'm like, that one move told me immediately that SmackDown won.
Yep.
Because Miz in the main event picture, even if it isn't Daniel Bryan, whatever, there's a lot of possibilities there. So as a going away present, it's because the Miz Taraj is staying on Raw. It's a key plot point. It's going to be them against Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman, and a mystery star making his Raw debut. Then we get the weird Bray and Matt thing with like Hartford, I knew you'd come or whatever. They took on the Revival. They won. The twist of fate and everything. So yeah, Hardy and Wyatt go to Saudi Arabia. Then we get, and Owen can attest to this because he saw it tonight. We get a fucking 2-minute music video to express how the fucking brand split failed for pay-per-views, so they're bringing them back together because it's the best of both worlds. Lol.
When I first saw, I saw the title of this video on social media, and I was thinking, are they like lip syncing the Hannah Montana theme? And I'm like, no, apparently not. So okay. We are the world. This is not.
Yeah, fucking weird. So the bar are like, geez, how weird are Matt and Bray. And there's Breezango. And Fandango's like, we've been transferred to a new precinct.
So excited about this. This is a big deal for me.
Why are you wearing skirts? And what is up with that faux hawk on your head? And they ticket him. And the bar are not happy.
I'm happy Fandango and Tyler Breeze are on Raw. Gives me something to look forward to.
Ronda's backstage with Kurt as they recap her breaking Stephanie's arm last week. And Rousey's just like, Stephanie's apology means nothing. And Angle's like, look, she ain't going to go away quietly, but I got a surprise. And in comes Natalya. And Rousey notes, oh, we train together all the time. And Natty wants a match tonight to sort of showcase herself. You'll find out what next. Or later, I should say. I already can tell that Natty's versus Ronda's happening at SummerSlam.
I can see that, and I am totally okay with that.
Considering it's wrestler versus up-and-coming wrestler, yes. Although I have concerns. I mean, we'll jump to it later. Nia Jax is on commentary for Ember Moon versus Mickie James. Alexa Bliss refused to come out on stage on commentary, saying she's got no interest sitting out there with a bully. I know how much it'll hurt to lose the Raw title. Bullies like Nia want to rub it in and throw me off my game for my rematch at Backlash. So yeah, that's happening. Because, no women allowed in Saudi Arabia. Ember wins with the Eclipse. With a super duper Eclipse. That Mickey sold like death. In a good way. Then we get the debut of Ziggler.
I mean, what else are you going to do with the only other thing you do with Dolph at this point is send him back to NXT.
Yeah.
Which I would not be opposed to.
He's the best star to ever walk down the aisle, and one thing has changed and gets cut off by Titus Worldwide, which is worth noting comprises of Dana Brooke, Titus O'Neil, and Apollo Crews.
I got tired of like, hey,
he's got his name back. And basically Titus is offering his services to be part of the group. And Ziggler goes, no, the one thing's changed is I didn't come back alone. And, well, Dana gets out the ring, but Titus Worldwide gets attacked from behind by Drew McIntyre. And then, again, I'm going, so this is how you re-debut Drew McIntyre to possibly people that don't even know him from the first time round. Bit stupid. But then I saw what happened afterwards. They grabbed Apollo and they literally did a double team zigzag claymore.
Ooh.
I
need to see this. Why can't make this happen?
If Owen can stop typing, I'll be able to send it on Facebook for him, or to where I'm getting all the news from. And there's a Twitter thing. There's a Twitter video embedded on it.
Send it.
That is sent over to you.
Okay.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, "That just is beautiful."
Let me see this
now. It looks perfect. It looks high impact. It looks right. They really need to be some sort of in the tag team division. They have much more potential to me as a tag team than Bray and Matt do. In all honesty.
I need to see this move. Where is it?
Halfway down when you get to Ziggler.
Let's see. We're further away. Okay. Here we are.
There's the GIF.
I got it. Thank you. Oh, I'll go back. Ooh.
The Claymore zigzag double team.
I like that. That looks nice.
Beautiful.
I approve.
And then, hang on. I need to find the audio clip because I remember that I've got to do audio clips because that's my shtick.
The shtick that's also got us a lot of copyright claims.
I'm sorry, but you
know.
Not
strikes, just claims, so we're fine.
Yeah, Roman showed up. And Cage I said it so brilliantly that I didn't realize until they basically cornered the market on it.
Mm.
What did Reigns say every week in the run up to WrestleMania? I'm here, Brock isn't.
Right.
What's he said since WrestleMania? I'm here, Brock isn't. Despite the fact he got his ass handed to him and became Roman the Big Red Dog. If we're going by, all the different memes that have been going about it.
We're not wrong.
And then talks about how he's going to beat Brock to become full-time Universal Champ. So here comes Samoa Joe. And says, you're always out here bragging up about showing up, but you never get the job done. You're not getting into the ring with a normal guy. You're getting into the ring with a beast. I would feel sorry for you, but I don't. Until somebody puts you down for good, you'll be good. And they show a video package. And, of course, what's Reigns' reply? Just like the week before? Why don't you bring your lazy fat ass down here and show me what you can do? So, anybody notice an issue here? on the same show where we're championing for women, be whatever shape and curvy you like. If you're a man, he's fat! So Roman Reigns is fat shaming Samoa Joe. Anybody notice the double standards here?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
So now it's time for Natty versus Mandy Rose. Natty wins with a sharpshooter, and then Deville attacks her. Ronda comes in to make the save. And then Sonya just gets in the ring like, yeah, I'm not afraid. I'm an MMA fighter, and I'm going, bollocks you are. Rousey does some decent, partly looking shoot strikes. And then she does what I think was trying to be a clothesline, but it looked more like a titty line.
Oh, no.
It was just like, just across her tits, and it took her down as if she was, you know, bloody clothesline from hell from JBL. Part of me feels that was, I don't know whether that was Ronda's fault or Sonya's fault. I want to blame Sonya because I don't think I should say this considering she's come out of NXT, but Sonya's more green than Ronda.
Yeah, easily.
Ronda's had one match.
Yup.
And then we get a video package for Baron Corbin.
Why?
Well, he's apparently going to be a big deal on Raw.
Yeah, he'll get lost in the shuffle fast. I don't know. With all the mid-carders, maybe not.
Let's see if we can remember what the motto is.
Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men.
I think that's it.
We're bringing back the classics tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we have to, considering what happened tonight. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Breezango versus the Bar. I guess it makes sense that Breezango won because, spoilers, the Bar are going to SmackDown. And I'm like, oh, for how long? Because I don't know what the status is of Sheamus.
Nope.
And how long he's going to last. It was all right, but like nothing special. It was the sort of the humor sort of stuff, but it's not like stuff that's going to be in the main tag team division picture, at least for the time being, considering all the stuff that's going down with, and considering the SmackDown move, Hardy and Wyatt surely have to win, because otherwise what happens to the bloody Raw tag titles? Do we just have do we just have no tag team wrestling on Raw? Oh my god, what if they did that? They had the Raw tag team titles on SmackDown every week.
Oh, wow. Well, they don't know how to book tag wrestling anyway, so it doesn't make sense.
Elias is backstage with Renee. And, he's not happy with Lashley and sort of teases to Renee, like, do you want a private concert? And Renee's just like, we haven't got any time. Let's go back to the commentators. So I don't know whether that's being done there as a build to Dean coming back, because supposedly he is on the South African tour that's happening right now.
Okay.
Or he's been advertised. So I don't know whether he's showing up and just not wrestling. We'll have to see. Brock Lesnar will be on Raw next week. So then we get main event. So it's Owens and Zayn first, Miz and Miztourage. And then Braun, Balor, Lashley Rollins, and the fifth guy. Hang on. The fifth guy. Where's the soundboard? The fifth guy. The Roo is loose.
I mean, that's a big pickup for Raw, though.
Partially, but he hasn't gone for the main title yet.
I think he's gonna have to now.
Logically, it has to.
Well, they split up all the X Impact superstars too. I noticed that.
Oh, mostly. The big plot point from this main event is Mr. Raj walks off on Miz. Only to then turn into Braun Strowman, running power slam. The faces celebrate. The one thing to note, I would say as well, from last week that I didn't know until I found out from a friend who was actually in the building last week.
Mm-hmm.
One, at WrestleMania, that main event had 18 beach balls.
Good God, I'm not surprised though.
And secondly, Seth at the end of the show said, "Anybody got any beach balls?" And apparently, like 5 came out. They were just playing with beach balls, including the wrestlers.
That's
like,
funny.
yeah. That's actually yes. Indeedly, indubitably, making up words. So then we get to SmackDown. I'm a bit worried because for the first 10 minutes, there's nothing about new people. It's like we're burying everything. And AJ wants Nakamura for "You hit me in the balls." But instead, Aiden English and Rusev show up because apparently Nakamura's on holiday. He sings that little bit of it, and then once everybody's said what Rusev Day is, he goes Hamilton on their asses. And then for about 5 seconds, and then he just forgets, and then just starts speaking. So, I don't know. AJ Styles versus Rusev goes about 30 seconds because bloody Aiden English attacks AJ when AJ's got Rusev in the calf crusher. So Shane's backstage with Paige and says she's got a great idea in the immortal words of Teddy Long. There's going to be a tag team match, player. So it's going to be AJ, because Daniel Bryan made the save. I completely forgot about that bit. It's going to be AJ and Bryan versus English and Rusev. Something I didn't know. English is actually the real surname. Oh, sorry. England is the real surname of Pete Dunne. His actual name is Peter England. No wonder he's United Kingdom champion. One of the bloody countries that is representative of the UK is his bloody name. And then Paige's Teddy Long impression was actually pretty good, including the little strut thing. And then Shane tried it, and it was fucking awkward. So then comes Shelton Benjamin and says, "Last night on Twitter, I said Chad Gable was an inspirational partner. Last night, my Twitter account got hacked because I'd never say anything like that. I don't need Chad Gable. Sorry, I never needed him. Gable needed me. And I want respect. I want big competition. Here comes Randy Orton, but fuck that shit because the music was cued wrong. And here comes Jeff Hardy."
Oh, boy.
So we're getting Jeff Hardy and Shelton Benjamin for the first time in 9 years.
Wow.
Jeff wins with a swanton. Solid. I I do like the fact, though, that Randy Orton showed up for his pay and did fuck all. Right. I'm coming out. I'm going to stand here awkwardly because I hear music that doesn't exist yet and graphics that don't exist yet. I'm going to walk back down. Oh, shit, there's the music. I'm going to fucking punch Kevin Dunn when I get backstage. That's what happened. So now, Jey Uso versus Luke Harper. If I talk for long enough, the match will be finished. Because squash.
Yep.
Makes you wonder why the fuck they're facing each other at the Greatest Royal Rumble. The smart thing, though, was basically Jimmy's going to get murdered, but Naomi comes out to make the save. Very interesting. Sin Cara's in the ring. Look at the eyes. Oh, shit. Samoa Joe's here. So I guess we know what's happening on bloody Backlash. In case it is for bloody for a title and whatever. Samoa Joe wins with the Coquina clutch in no time. And says, you know, to me, SmackDown looks like the place of handouts. Everybody's had it easy because I haven't been here. Been coddled, catered to, and everybody's convinced that they're better than they are. You know, I'm going to put Daniel Bryan to sleep. I'll defang the Viper, and I will decimate and eviscerate AJ Styles. And I'm like, wait. So that means Joe Nakamura, AJ, and Daniel Bryan are on the same brand? Sign me the fuck up!
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh, and they also confirmed that Absolution are part of SmackDown. And then Chaos is coming to SmackDown Live. I'm like, fucking Okada's coming. Toru Yano's going to be on the blue brand. Tanahashi's on the blue brand. No, not Tanahashi. I'm trying to think who else. Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay's on SmackDown. Jay White's on SmackDown. Can't even remember. Roppongi 3K is on SmackDown. I love the fact that the graphic said Chaos when they literally said later on it's Sanity. So it's like, why didn't you just call them Sanity and don't leave the fucking confusion?
I guess we'll see when they debut officially. But another thing can't gloss over the fact it does not list Nikki Cross.
Yeah, Nikki's stuck on NXT. You heathens.
That's not a bad idea. Not a bad place for her to be right now, though.
No, she's ready to be on that bloody main brand.
Right,
she's
but
better
I mean,
than fucking Sonya. She's better than bloody Mandy. Half the time, she's better than Liv.
Oh, Liv Morgan sucks.
There's potential there, but
there's a lot of potential there, but I don't see it.
Unlike with Mandy and Sonya. Then Renee's with Daniel Bryan backstage asking why he helped AJ, and it's like, you know, I respect him. And then, you know, Renee's just like looking with sort of like a ooh on her face. And Daniel turns around right into the tits of Big Cass.
Oh, God.
Says that Daniel Bryan's a little man. And walks away. Hang on. I'm getting deja vu.
Vince McMahon likes big sweaty man. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty man. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty man. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty man.
So then here comes, by coincidence, Carmella. Yeah, apparently we are allowing same relationship couples on the same brand now.
Well, actually, if I remember correctly, Carmella and Cass broke up a long time ago.
Maybe.
It wasn't a long time ago, but
there's an opportunity for rekindling, methinks.
It's possible, but Vince McMahon doesn't like that, so maybe it won't happen.
She sees the moment to beat Charlotte. Did it all on her own. They do a video package which completely gets rid of James Ellsworth.
Who? I'm going with WWE logic. Who?
I'm going with Matt Riddle. Do I have to wrestle the fucker?
Another person you can see every once in a while on Grimm's Toy Show on YouTube.
The great thing, though, is that Charlotte does say the only reason you have that briefcase is James Ellsworth, and it's like the video package is like, the video package lied. And, and the only reason that you've got the only reason you got the briefcase is Ellsworth, the only reason you got the title is the iconic duo. I'm not angry, the dirtiest player in the game's my dad, so congratulations, you got me. But it's much harder to stay on top of the mountain than to get to the top. And you got something of mine, and here come the iconic. I don't get the double I, because half the people are going to go, Iconics, yum.
Oh my God, Red Robin reference. The thing is, I am not a fan of the name. I'm glad Peyton's on SmackDown. I wish he was on Raw because I don't watch SmackDown because I have other things to do on Tuesday nights. I might be changing that. So I guess we'll see. But, it's one of those things that I'm glad she got brought up to the main roster. I like Billy. Billy's fine. I've always been a bigger Peyton supporter myself for a lot of reasons. But I'm very glad she's on the brand. I don't like the name. Apparently, there was some sort of confusion with the name. The Iconic Duo is already copyrighted, I guess. So they had to change the name. But my God, why is there two eyes?
Iconic.
Wrong. Just wrong.
So they beat the shit out of Charlotte because Charlotte chooses Iconic Duo rather than Mella. And Becky Lynch makes a save in a weird attire. And apparently, impromptu match, Charlotte versus Billie Kay. So why the shit are the other two there? Charlotte does get the win with a figure eight. But then Carmella attacks, becomes a 3-on-2 attack, and then Asuka shows up and makes the save. Carmella is not ready for Asuka. Just in general. Then the Good Brothers are announced to be on SmackDown. Which I guess is fair.
Oh, they need another tag team. They're moving a lot of the Raw tag. It's funny. They're moving the SmackDown tag teams to Raw. They're moving the Raw tag teams to SmackDown.
I'm just seeing if there's any changes. Oh, my God. Apparently, there's going to be a gauntlet match for Drew Gulak facing God knows how many people next week on 205 Live. Oh, shit. That might be good. I approve of this shit. Apparently there's also going to be there's going to be a gauntlet. Oh, that's why it is. The gauntlet match will decide who's facing Cedric next Friday in Saudi.
Oh, okay.
I guess. Oh, they're making this a gimmick, are they? Apparently the other thing that's just happened on 205 Live, Buddy Murphy isn't 205 in weight. So he must wait for a later date to re-qualify for ring competition.
That's kind of cool.
They're playing on the whole fact that is he? Isn't he? Isn't he? Is he? Wizzy B? GPDTT?
Oh, and if you were curious,
here.
Oh God, if you're playing along at home, you would also know that I am almost at the 205 Live brand myself right now. So
you're up there with Buddy Murphy.
I might actually be lower than him right now. I have to look and check to see, but I was 207 last time I checked. I was almost there.
Then the bar cut the promo, and I'm like, whoa, hold on. Why are they on here? Because they were advertising for the Greatest Royal Rumble. And I'm like, why are we pushing Raw guys? And then they said it there on SmackDown, and I'm like, well, That's an automatic title change right there.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, what happens otherwise?
And like you said before, we don't have tag team champions on one brand.
So do we just forget the other tag team titles? They just like, you won these titles, but fuck off, you're not getting them.
No, I can see them dropping them, but I know what you mean.
You better have a feed on the wrestling, because I think some ridiculous Tower of Doom spot might be just about to happen.
Do not actually. I was trying to do other things. Continue.
So then the New Day are the backstage, and oh look, it's holy shit, that was pretty awesome. R-Truth,
quick, 2 seconds. Great.
R-Truth is there, and then Dillinger shows up, and it's like, whoa, you guys, because they're sort of like staring at each other like menacingly, and it's like, you guys know each other, and Dillinger's like, yeah. And then they do a weird sort of secret handshake, and R-Truth's like, yeah, we're all together on Raw. And Xavier goes, it's SmackDown, it's Tuesday. And R-Truth calls, my bad, see you tomorrow. Okay. And then the final smooth, Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega are on SmackDown. So I guess no title rematch.
I mean, they could still do it, but he'll lose. Well, I mean, don't forget when Kevin Owens got brought up to the main roster and he was still NXT champion.
But they got it off him pretty soon after anyway.
That's all they have to do in this situation too.
I don't think there was a match between them for the title, was there, at the tapings?
I do not believe so. I didn't really get a chance to check them because I'm still agitated. I couldn't
even being on it.
I can tell you. Give me a minute.
And then the main event, which was pretty solid for what it was, and then Nakamura low-blowed AJ Styles while he wasn't the legal man on the apron, and Nakamura was like, yeah, I fucking low-blowed you 3 times running away. And Daniel Bryan's confused, turns around, and Big Cass boots him.
Oh, great.
Vince McMahon likes big sweaty man. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty man.
And then Renee's like, why did you attack AJ again? No speak English.
God, Nakamura's great.
Nakamura, I don't care. He's fucking heel. I'm laughing my ass off at this shit.
Do you want to go over the SmackDowns, the results for NXT since I have them in front of me?
We can briefly do it, yeah.
The show that's going to be airing tomorrow is going to be Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae come out. Gargano is happy to have his life back after the feud with Tommaso Ciampa. He thanks Candice for sticking by him through the last couple months, and tonight they're going to take care of unfinished business. They announced Candice versus Zelina Vega later tonight, and Gargano says, I'm going to become the #1 contender to the NXT Championship. Ricochet over Fabian Eichner. So we get to see Ricochet debut, and he does get to cut us off.
Not debut, it's what's it called? Back on, because he wrestled a singles match. I think it was the week or 2 weeks before the the debut of the ladder match, from what I remember.
Once again, I have been out of the loop for a while, so my apologies for that.
Well, that was before Mania anyway, so I was trying to vaguely remember back to it.
It sounds like War Machine, of course. I don't like the name War Raiders. I'm not going to use it. War Machine defeated the Metro Brothers.
Thanks, Kiss.
No lie. Thanks. I'm going to guess based on that they probably won with Fallout. They're using Hanson and Rowe as their names, so that's good.
Yeah, it's keeping that, which makes sense.
No DQ, Lars Sullivan against Killian Dane. Lars wins with a freak accident on steel chairs, and then Candice beats Zelina in the main event. Gargano challenges Aleister Black. Black comes out. He accepts the match for April 25th, which brings out the Undisputed Era with Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish, who's still injured. They talk about TakeOver, and Roddy shoots on Pete Dunne. Adam Cole retained successfully over Oney Lorcan. And then Danny Burch came out to make the save, and he got beat down by Strong and O'Reilly. In the feud that will never end, Heavy Machinery defeated Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss. So Tino walks out on Riddick, and then Heavy Machinery challenges War Machine. I'm okay with that. That's going to be fun. Kairi Sane defeating Shazza McKenzie from Shine. Lacey Evans comes out and apologizes to Kairi for the comments she made after their match in New Orleans. She offers a handshake, but then she turns heel and nails Kairi with the mic.
Sorry, no speak Japanese.
Why they're trying to make Lacey Evans a thing, I don't know. TM61 defeating the Street Profits with feet on the ropes. Interesting. Oh, feet on the bottom rope. My apologies. So yeah, it was like I'm going to guess it's one of those like finishes that's kind of like, okay, there's something up there, so they're going to continue. Pete Dunne defeats Roderick Strong in a non-title match by disqualification. Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch make the save again when Undisputed Era come in. May 2nd, Conor Reeves defeated Patrick Scott. Ricochet cut a promo on the NXT Championship. Here comes the Velveteen Dream. And Dream says Ricochet just isn't good enough.
There were rumors that Dream was actually coming up as part of the shakeup.
Yeah, I heard about that too. So Ethan Carter III over Raul Mendoza. I'm going to guess with a 1%er, if I had to guess. Dakota Kai over Vanessa Bourne. Shayna Baszler comes out and intimidates Kai in the corner and then beats Bourne down. Gargano and Aleister Black doesn't happen because Ciampa hits the ring and beats up Gargano, and he does a stretcher job. May 9th, Bianca Belair defeating Candice LeRae. War Machine over the Heavy Machinery. Tommaso Ciampa defeated Chris Hero. And then, of course, Ciampa attacks Hero after the match is over. Just announced he's going to be a part of Progress's, Super Sweet 16 tournament?
Super Strong Style 16.
Strong Style 16, yeah. Super excited for that. Aleister Black comes out and talks about Gargano. Sanity comes out and confronts him, and we've got a match with Eric Young challenging Aleister Black. Black wins in a non-title match and then takes out Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf and stands tall. So that is what you have to look forward to for the remainder of time from now until May 9th. And some of the shows might have been taped out of order, might have been different, but that's your NXT spoilers. Should be some fun stuff on the way, actually.
Hopefully.
Oh, welcome chat members. One Triple S says this is good. Did you notice that there was a trailer for Sanity saying Chaos is coming? Yeah, we made many references to New Japan earlier in the show. Jeremy Mills, welcome. He says, boy, I just wanted to sit here and tell you SmackDown just buried Raw with this shakeup. Yes, agreed. Ira says, so sad Killian is leaving NXT. Does that mean no Nikki Cross on the main roster? It surely appears that way. And it's only a matter of time when NXT gets the call up in August after SummerSlam. Yeah, I could see that. Nikki probably could go up after SummerSlam. I want to see Nikki work with Shayna Baszler at least one match before. It would help Shayna out considerably.
So while I'm here as well, because I don't know what the status is for us doing stuff next week, quickly run through the title matches that are happening in New Japan over the next week because they're being bloody confusing about it. So the Korakuen Hall show on Monday next week, the 23rd. Kanemaru and El Desperado are defending the junior tag belts against Bushi and Takahashi. The following day on the Tuesday, again at Korakuen Hall, Jay White defends the US heavyweight title against David Finlay. Then on Friday in Hiroshima, Hiroki Goto defends the Never Openweight title against Juice Robinson. And then in Kumamoto, at Wrestling No Hi No Kuni, I don't know what that stands for. I just know Nino Kuni is a video game. The matches on that, there's special singles matches with Bushi and El Desperado and Takahashi and Kanemaru. And the 2 title matches are Sonata and Evil defending the tag titles against Lance Archer and David Boy Smith Jr. And Minoru Suzuki defending the Intercontinental title against Naito. There is also Omega Ibushi, Yujiro, and Chase Owens versus, for some reason, Suzuki-gun of Zack Sabre Jr., Takashi Iizuka, Taichi, and Taka. So, you know, I guess there is no Bullet Club. Maybe. And then Wrestling Dontaku is May the 3rd. And that has Fale and the Gorillas defending the tag belts against the Young Bucks and Marty Scurll. And also it's going to have Ibushi versus Cody and Omega versus Hangman Page as well. And then day 2 in Fukuoka on the 4th, Will Ospreay defending the junior heavyweight title against Kushida, and Okada versus Tanahashi to break Tanahashi's record possibly of 12 straight title changes. Or sorry, title retentions or whatever.
Comments in chat real quick. So One Triple S says, I think Ono should be in the main roster. If No Way Jose can make it, he can make it. Plus, he's almost 40. Everybody, we obviously are big Chris Hero fans here on the Popcast Network, and have.
He ain't nothing to fuck with.
Exactly. The unfortunate thing about Hero is the fact that at one point it seems like he rubbed someone the wrong way, and like ever since it's kind of been like it's been really hard for him to get a break. NXT could have been something really big, and it still could, but I mean, they're really not doing anything with him, which is a shame. Honestly, the only reason No Way Jose is even in the main roster is because he has charisma. That's it. That is literally it.
Mm-hmm.
Hyro asked if there's any updates on Neville coming back.
No. Trust me, I'd love to see him back as well, but I am not hearing anything at the minute or from anywhere as to whether they're even letting him go or anything.
Spoiler alert, Neville shows up at Retribution under everybody's nose and attacks Austin Aries after he retains the title in the main event.
Oh,
I'd be okay with that if that happens.
That's an intriguing one. Apparently, Absolute Intense Wrestling, probably one of the bigger shows of this week, probably because I haven't updated my notes properly for the indies. Their rap-based show, which this year is entitled Ain't Nothing But a Gangster Party.
I like the AEW.
I guess one of their main events is a Dream Partner tag team match with Nick Gage and somebody versus Hot Sauce Tracy Williams and somebody. So we'll have to see what happens there. And then also it looks as if the youngsters of No Consequences are facing Josh Prohibition, To Infinity and Beyond, and some other team in like a 5-on-5 thing. So that could be a bit crazy.
High Rose says, man, only if Toriano could hit a low blow like Nakamura.
Oh, yeah. Especially with the facial reactions. That's the best bit.
Oh, and shout out to the Hot Topic that's at the Florida Mall, because they had literally one Will Ospreay t-shirt available when I went to Hot Topic to purchase my shirts the other day. And thank you for only having a large left over. So, yay! I've got all the new shirts now.
Also, shout out to Jervis Cottonbelly and the identity that I can't remember who he is, but I know who he is, but I won't say what it is because I actually sort of want to embrace kayfabe in this, because apparently he was going through some tough times, and Loud and Noxious sort of came to save the day. So,
nice.
Along with other things, from what I believe, they were supposed to be having a show, I believe, in April, Wrestle Circus. I don't think it's happening now because once again, another venue said we don't want wrestling in it. On the last show that they did before Mania, they actually put a video up where they said, this is our last time here because, the owners don't want wrestling in the venue. We had to go to a last-minute venue change. So, yeah, apparently there is still a stigma that's out there, which is rather depressing. It's probably happening now. Considering the time of day, yeah. Progress Wrestling are having the first of their 3 big Australian shows in the land down under and whatever. Just seeing Impact. Oh shit! Let's talk about Impact. Because I'm trying to see if we've got a full card.
Real quick before we go to that, One Triple S, you took the words right out of my mouth, quite literally from a little bit ago. Hey, all three MB members are now on Raw.
Yes.
And asked if Bone Soldier is any good.
That's
funny. Wow.
Yeah, because Bone Soldier's coming back, apparently.
That's what it seems like.
When he was there as Captain New Japan, he was good.
Mm-hmm.
When he was there as Bone Soldier, it was fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible. So, let's hope it's the former rather than the latter, even though he's in the latter gimmick. Just seeing if there's any other shows. Oh, I guess the big thing from the indies last week is Rich Swann came back randomly for Best of the Best.
That was super cool.
Because he felt like it. If any of you get beIN Sports, the sports station, MLW is doing a weekly TV show at 8 Eastern now on beIN Sports. So watch that. I think from what I remember, beIN Sports YouTube channel put up the entire Shane Strickland, Matt Riddle final to crown the first champ from the last show up for free on their channel. So go there. There's some good stuff and all that. Just seeing what else is going on. If anything, AIW Wrestle Circus isn't happening. Ring of Honor isn't till next week. Shimmer had their stuff. Oh, I could have a quick look at. If I got Diva Dirt will have all the stuff for Shimmer, no doubt.
As always, more shouts to Creative Pro for providing more of their talent that was on 205 tonight.
Oh, something I also forgot as well. Shout outs to Fightful.com. Because apparently for the last 2 weeks they've got the Raw script. So I know ahead of time what's going on. I love it, Muggle. Oh wow, so on the Rise show, Saraya Knight beat Jerry Ryan. That's interesting. And then do we have any title changes on Shimmer? I'm guessing not. Let's have a look. Shazza McKenzie. Oh, Shazza McKenzie lost the Heart of Shimmer title to Dust with Rosemary. That's pretty solid. The tag titles. I don't know. Oh, Leo Verbates and Delilah Doom retained with the tag titles. I don't think they wrestled on the show after, so there we go. And Nicole Savoy is still Shimmer champion as well. Beating, let's see, Cheerleader Melissa, Deonna Purrazzo, Sue Young, and Kimberly. Yeah, Nicole Savoy's getting made. Jeez. Oh, and Chris Wolf was on it. Apparently, Chris Wolf isn't in bloody Japan anymore. I guess we're going to be seeing more of her on the US indie scene. Probably. Let's hope. Delicious meat.
Oh, yes. Hyro says, I wonder if Garza Jr. leaving Impact for WWE.
Maybe, in all honesty.
He could fit really well in 205.
I don't think. Just having a quick look. I mentioned Progress. Beyond is next week. WWN's in May. House of Hardcore's in May. So yeah, I think that's sort of the major thing that's happening this weekend, and Impact. So sorry, I shouldn't say Impact. This is more Lucha Underground than it is fucking AAA or bloody Impact.
I love this. I'm so excited.
Case in point. Aerostar versus Drago. 1-on-1. Taiji Ishimori, who recently left Noah. So that's a bit complicated. He's representing Japan and Noah, even though he doesn't work for them anymore. Desmond Xavier, El Hero de Fantasma, you see, Lucha Underground. Brian Cage, DJZ, and Trevor Lee in a 6-way. In the only match that I can in one of the only important matches that isn't affected by Lucha Underground. Ali defends the Knockouts title against Su Yung. OVA of the Chris Brothers and Sammy Crane. Face Tommy Dreamer, Moose, and Eddie Edwards in a House of Hardcore match.
That's going to be fun, especially all over that venue.
LAX versus Eli Drake and Scott Steiner. I still don't fucking get that.
It's going to be a really weird match.
Matt Sydal defending the X Division title against P.E. Williams. I can't wait for Josh to get fucking involved, and I'm like, fuck it. And then the new main event, which suddenly got better because some twat with supposed family issues, whether we believe him or not. A lot of people were saying how his uncle was like Jack Daniels, and his father-in-law was like Johnny Walker, or various sort of jabs at what he was doing rather than family issues. Aries defends the Impact World title against Pentagon and Rey Fenix.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
Except, interesting, they might be listing him as Pentagon Jr., even though he doesn't work for AAA. I don't know what the post is officially saying, because literally it should be Pentagon Dark. Now, my question is, because of all these people, does that mean Melissa Santos is doing some ring announcing for this show?
Would not be shocking.
Seems only fair for some of it. Yeah. So that's happening Sunday. Owen probably you may not be going. I don't know.
I'm not exactly sure yet. We'll see. It's a big weekend for me for a lot of reasons. There might be a possibility I'll be at Impact. I can state that there's a really good possibility I'll be able to make at least a few of the tapings.
Mm-hmm.
So my Twitter will be filled once again with Impact Wrestling spoilers.
Hang on, I need to verify that because that seems a bit interesting. Apparently, I don't remember when the title changed, but apparently Tony Storm's Okay, she's no longer SWA champion. I think she's still Stardom champ. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Because looking at the video, looking at the images that they got on the bloody stuff, she is the World of Stardom champ. But the thing is, I'm looking at the next thing, and it says her 600-day reign as the champ ends. So it's like a new Stardom SWA champ has been crowned. So I don't know whether that counts, unless it's a different title. I'm a bit confused. Anyway, congrats to Viper being some sort of champion now. I think that's the World of Stardom champion title thing or something. And then I'm just seeing if there's anything going on in any more moves on the SmackDown Shakedown Shape Up. Oh, Lars has tweeted out everybody's running from Old Sully. No, Mike Wazowski isn't.
Nice.
I don't think anything else has happened since last week of major note that I can think of, unless I'm being really sort of having a stupid moment and forgetting.
So basically what you're saying is this is our Wednesday show pretty much.
I mean, to some extent, because I don't feel we need to, because we wrapped up a lot of the stuff tonight anyway, and we're obviously building to Sunday.
Yeah.
I guess if we are going to go Wednesday, there's an interesting rumor going around that ESPN and Fox are combining to try and do the next UFC TV deal.
Yep.
Combination, I think it's like $400 million in total for who's going where and whatever. Oh yeah, the will they won't they is suddenly back on. Undertaker versus Rusev's happening.
So it looks like,
because that was the thing that happened in midweek. It changed to Jericho versus Undertaker, which, to be up with no disrespect to Rusev, but Undertaker Chris Jericho's never happened.
Nope.
And now we're not getting it because WWE changed their mind. No. Jushin Thunder Liger is going to be part of the War of the Worlds tour, I think, for both the UK one and the American one. I'm not sure. Maybe. I guess the big one, John Cena kicked out at 2 of marrying Nikki Bella and stuff. I guess the other thing to note from the Ring of Honor TV tapings that happened this week is there might have been some crazy shit happening backstage or something.
Yeah, we can't get any confirmation exactly what happened.
Seems pretty unclear. Oh my god. There's now not just Berry the drug-free bear. There's now Bernard the business bear. Oh my fucking god, this is awesome. I approve of this. Just seeing nothing really of note by the looks of it happening on the TV tapings. Then again, considering the next show isn't till like June, we probably won't get like proper shit going on. Oh, Kelly Klein beat Madison Rayne. So I guess Madison, I believe Emma is going to be sort of working on a sort of show by show deal for Ring of Honor as well, or to Neil, whatever we're going to call her. But there's no sort of contracting and whatever. I guess the big surprise that happened, which I don't think we fully reacted to in terms of when NXT happened, Sumi Sakai is the first Women of Honor champion.
Very interesting.
And then, of course, Bully Ray cut I'm Better Than You promo from that beatdown that he did on Cheeseburger, which was just crazy in a sort of not great way. Rey Mysterio is booked on the AAA show in June. their Verano de Ascando show. So that probably means he's going to be wrestling for bloody WWE, New Japan, and AAA possibly in the same month. That's going to be interesting.
So he's doing what Cody did then.
Seems like it. And I don't know whether we discussed the full details as to what was going on with the UK tournament, which is in June. The idea is it's going to be the first night is going to be the tournament to find a challenger, and whoever wins that challenges Pete Dunne for the title on the second night. However, of course, we need filler. And the filler is night one, Undisputed Era of Cole O'Reilly and Strong face British Strong Style of Dunne, Bate, and Seven. I approve. Also, apparently, on night two, the NXT Women's title, the North American title, and the tag titles will also be defended. So, on that logic, I mean, that's going to be crazy because that's what, like, a week before. Yeah, it's days after NXT TakeOver Chicago. Like, I guess. So I'm guessing the people are going to be on Saturday, and then going to fly to London for Tuesday, again at the Royal Albert Hall. That's bloody ridiculous. So I'm trying to think who it might be. I guess you could do Kyrie versus Shayna again, maybe.
I think that's what they're building towards.
Or Nixon, who made her debut this weekend, by the way.
Yep.
It'd be an interesting place to make a debut for a title match. Adam Cole versus... I guess it could be done. Well, no, it can't be done because he'll be busy. I guess it could be Bate or somebody else from Strong Style, maybe. But then with the tag titles, does that mean Adam Cole is doing double duty again? Or is he dropping? Or is Bobby Fish going to... Well, no, Bobby Fish isn't going to be healed by then. So is Adam Cole doing double duty again on those shows?
Maybe.
Jeez, he's going to be doing double duty at TakeOver. And that... God, he's going to be doing like 5 matches in the space of 4 days. Christ. That's good. Is that now going to be an unofficial like long weekend for us?
Maybe. We'll see.
Considering, and the other thing as well, Raw clashes with that as well. So we might just do it after Raw and SmackDown that night. Just like make them bumper episodes and whatever.
We'll see what the schedule looks like.
We've got 2 months to try and work out if we can fit it in and whatever.
So,
Ronda's doing the UK tour.
Chat.
Check this.
More chat. Lots more chat. Actually.
Good.
Okay, One Trip West says SmackDown reminds me of TNA because we have Hardy, Joe, AJ Gallows with the blue ropes, and almost forgot Eric Young. Hyro says it's like 2013 Impact with blue ropes because all these guys were in it. Hyro says also heard that there would be once Garza's cousin, Ultimo Ninja. Says, I think Triple West says, I still believe Austin Aries is knocked out by Phoenix's super kick from ringside. And the closest we ever got, Jericho and The Undertaker, was at Elimination Chamber. Hyro never found out who Adam Rose's bunny was. It was Justin Gabriel.
Yeah. PJ Black.
Yep. Or Lucha Underground. All the Lucha Underground on the network.
It's all former WWE guys, including Alberto. And CM Punk Mike Jackson's official for the UFC show in Chicago the week before Money in the Bank heads there. Which I think at this rate, it's becoming an annual tradition that it's in Chicago.
I'd say so.
Oh, and Angelico's left Lucha Underground as well, from what I remember. He tweeted out saying he ain't going to be with them. There was something, and also Jack Evans has gone as well. I don't know what's happening with that stuff. I know that they are taping shows and whatever,
right?
But because I'm not following on with Cubs fan directly as to what's going on with them. All I know is there's some people there. What's her name? Chelsea Green. What was the gimmick that she won?
Laurel Van Ness.
Yeah. Laurel Van Ness is officially dead because she had to dye her hair black. She looks quite a bit, though, like Maxine or whatever. So I'm wondering if there's some sort of like weird magic shit that somehow that she's actually somebody that we've already seen. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just seeing if there's any. Let me search if there's any Lucha Underground news. That was Mysterio's last appearance. Again, more Mysterio. Yeah, there's the family issues line when he missed a show in October. I'm just seeing here. Alberto also claimed he was going to retire in 2019 after saying he was going to retire in 2018 and 2020. So he likes retiring. I
teasing
guess.
retirement.
Well, tease it too many times and people will just go, good fucking riddance. I don't think that's what they want. Oh, wow. Apparently, Lucha Underground Season 3 is in Japan right now. That's a bit crazy. Oh, and they actually revealed the Season 4 date, which I think is like June-ish, on that Impact Lucha Underground show. But it got screwed up by sort of nearly everything, and it's like weird timing that you do it at the start, because then if people, join late, they've missed the announcement. Oh, that's worrying. The crowd was there to see a Lucha show, but it was an Impact show using Lucha to get a market and a fan base that the promotion that Lucha hasn't been able to get in years. Ooh, so it's like both are sort of problematic. And the fact is, some of the people were working on bloody other shows for like the Crash and whatever as well. God, that's fucking confusing. There we go. Lucha Underground Season 4 is June 13th. The week before E3. Sorry, the week after, I think. So I have to see. I think that's everything.
Okay. So Hyro says NXT needs a shake-up now. And one Triple S says that's what Ring of Honor is for.
Look, just because Undisputed Era is Ring of Honor doesn't mean everybody has to come from there. I mean, in terms of tag teams, I think there's plenty of stuff worldwide that you could sort of bring in.
Yep.
In terms of the right money and investment. In terms of singles guys, I don't know whether you take all the New Japan guys and put them immediately on NXT or actually try and say Okada might be worth just immediately transferring to Raw or SmackDown, AJ style.
Mm-hmm.
But that's confusing. And on the women's front, I mean, there's at least a dozen that just like wrestle in Shimmer. I mean, one of them they bloody got rid of in bloody Kimberly, but there's a lot of women in there that I'd say are probably in contention in terms of. Hang on, completely forgot that the Tag World Grand Prix for Shikara happened. Oh wow, The Throwbacks won. The Throwbacks now get the chance to. They get the free good coins, which means they can challenge for the tag titles. That's a surprise, I guess. Wow. Some crazy stuff going down on that show, it seems. That's interesting. Yeah, so in terms of the women, I mean, I don't know where she'd fit, but I'd like to see Chris Wolf. Tessa Blanchard's been waiting for bloody years. There's quite a few on Shine and whatever. I think probably deserves some sort of keeping an eye on. It's not just Ring of Honor. Because I don't think bloody Vince is going to like Cheeseburger, in all honesty. Punishment Martinez.
Oh my God.
There's a guy. Because, Vince McMahon likes Big Sweaty Man.
One Triple S says, I believe Marty Scurll is going to be going to NXT later this year. It happened with Cole O'Reilly and Fish. No.
Until September, when he gets that bloody all-in money, he's not going anywhere. Nope. He doesn't need to.
Marty as UK champ will be great. Eventually, when it happens. Hyro mentions Tessa Blanchard and Rachel Ellering both.
Yeah. Don't forget Charlie Morgan.
And at this point, I'm kind of surprised they still haven't signed Santana Garrett.
Yeah, to some extent.
I mean, on that note, that might be our show.
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few women that have sort of like you'd thought they'd have got their chance already that sort of have been blackballed for quite a number of years. That was Candice, but the fact that things are happening. There was the thing that came out today that apparently Saudi Arabians or people that are traveling to Saudi are going to be taking part in WWE tryouts over the next 4 days, starting from today, today where I am, Wednesday, through Saturday, in Jeddah. So clearly Triple H is already out there. That's going to be assessing these guys. Well, I was going to say guys and girls, but it's Saudi Arabia, so it's obviously going to be guys. Because if it comes out that, there were women wrestling, even though it was in tryouts, Saudi Arabia might be like, not on our fucking land. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's just men.
Wouldn't be shocking.
Hang on. What the fuck? Sorry, I've just seen Becky Lynch's fucking video of her eating rice or hummus. And then reacting to the beatdown, so she immediately runs. Although I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to her jacket that she was wearing, because she wasn't wearing it when she went out. So I don't know what happened there. Hang on. Oh my god. Did Gregory Iron just win bloody Twitter? He just put a picture up of what's her name, BB, and said thanks for the memories. She wasn't Barbara Bush, was she?
Yes, she was. That's what BB stood for.
I couldn't remember.
Yep.
I knew it was Barbara something, but I didn't think it was. So that's actually pretty. Gregory Iron, you win the internet this week. So we'll have to see. Yeah. Seems that's what we got. Ooh. Wait, what? Okay. That just got interesting. This is movie news. Apparently, Anna DuVernay just announced that she's directing episode 9.
Wow.
I guess that bloody Warner Brothers thing is getting thrown out the fucking window then. That's what with that and like the DC news of like Spielberg apparently getting involved.
So.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. Let me verify this. Oh no. Okay. Victoria Mahoney is going to be second unit director for JJ with episode 9. I take it back. That's what it is. It's just Anna DuVernay tweeted it out, and it was like, does that mean she's? Because all it said is first unit director JJ Abrams, and I thought first unit director meant that they were just a side guy or something. I take it back. She's just doing that shitty DCEU film. A accomplished person like Victoria Mahoney's doing second unit work on Star Wars. I think she won. Don't think there's anything else I'm just seeing that's broken in Twitter. Thank God. There we go. That might actually be it. I got swerved. Thanks for ruining it, Ava.
Ira says another Japanese woman to be considered is Ayumi Kurihawa. Hara, long day.
Maybe.
One Triple S wants Kings of Wrestling reunion in the WWE. I'd love to see that.
I mean, less likely, but you know.
Yeah, it would still be nice. Hyra says, "Don't forget, Mysterio is going to be at the Rumble." Yep, very true.
Is he the Rumble? Yeah, but is it truly the greatest?
We shall see.
Or is it just above average? The above average Royal Rumble.
It's the Mike Sanders Royal Rumble. Yes, I said it. I said 11:30 at night. So yeah, I think that's our show. Thanks everyone for joining us tonight. We'll be back here next week for Back to Raw, which is not as great as it was. I don't know if we're doing anything. Oh, we're probably going to just cover Impact's pay-per-view, not live. We'll probably just cover it on.
Might cover it Monday if we are doing a show Monday.
Possibly, if we do a show on Monday, we may not. You'll see. You'll get Ashley content regardless.
We'll hopefully we'll do something, whether it's after Raw or after SmackDown next week, to then obviously build up to the Greatest Royal Rumble. And then my aim, because I don't even know, I guess because it isn't next week, I won't be able to find out the running time of that Greatest Royal Rumble until next week, by the looks of it. Let me just scroll down. Oh, they're actually I guess to warm us up, they're showing this year's Royal Rumble on Sunday to build hype for Saudi. So that means they're sort of burying every other Backlash until all they're going to show is last year's Backlash then, by the looks of it. The week before the real Backlash. Wait, that means the fucking House of Horrors match or whatever the fuck it is going to be on the network. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Oof, I want to puke. I don't think there's anything else on the network. Having a quick look. Yeah. I'll probably put out some sort of content, be it food, be it gaming, be it wrestling, something. Probably some sort of discussion point because it's easier to do that because I've got a backlog of food, but it's sort of like when I'm empty, I try and eat that because then I'm obviously not overstuffing myself. Because obviously, you know, 0 people have put in the comments, we're worried about your diet because you're getting fat. You're getting all the weight that Owen's losing.
Yeah. Wow, that's a shoot. Good God, I never thought of it that way before.
Just because of the amount of stuff I'm doing and you're just doing actual sips, and I'm just going, at the end, I'm just going, I'm eating the whole bag after this. It's like,
I'm not doing that. I can't.
No, but yeah, but you know, busy sort of few weeks, what with that, and the UK shows are normally fun as well, and that's what in a month from now, from what I remember. As we build up to, is it Extreme Rules that's after Backlash?
I literally don't remember.
I think that's the May. Oh no, if it's May, then Money in the Bank's in June. So that, I think Extreme Rules is the May pay-per-view. So, God, we're gonna have a lot of bloody Money in the Bank qualifying matches then. Oh, how many fucking Money in the Bank ladder matches are we going to have? Because there's the possibility of there being 4 now. Because they need a men and a women's one for Raw and SmackDown. Unless the women's ladder match is just everybody on the roster, or some people that are on the roster. Or unless, of course, they just do one men's one and have it so whoever has the briefcase could show up on a rival show. Which would be a bit more interesting and sort of swervish and all that. But we'll see. But yeah, stuff from me. AJ's... I'm trying to think what the major release is for this weekend that AJ might be reviewing.
My guess is probably going to be Super Troopers, too.
Because over here, all it is bloody Guernsey potato peel pie, or yeah, whatever that thing is. It's got a bloody long name. Oh, I Feel Pretty.
I have a good bet AJ's not going to be watching that.
I might, but it's on the week after the in Avengers, so you know.
Speaking of that, we will try to get the review of Infinity War up as early as humanly possible. I have actually talked to AJ about that, and he wants to get it up as soon as possible. And I said the only way that would be an issue is if I'm not here at the time. I'm going to make sure that it gets up as soon as we can. Hopefully, we can get it up really early. I guess we'll see what happens.
So what we've verified there is I need to steal AJ's thunder and review it the day before because we get it a day early. Yeah. Although in some confusing fashion, apparently some of the films you're getting early, like Jurassic World, I think is coming out. Like I know Incredibles is coming out a couple of weeks early because
cannot wait.
That's annoying and whatever.
So
then again, of course, Avengers you were supposed to be getting May 4th, and they moved it. I guess because they realized if major shit happens, spoilers and all that. So.
Last bit of information before we end. Hyro says, Bruce Pritchard's podcast, I wonder if he's going to mention his last run in Impact. Yeah, I could see this being like a more... It's not going to be the same thing.
See what it's like.
Yeah.
And what the length is. Because let me just quickly... Because I've now actually got it, the RSS feed just in my web browser. Just because... I probably have to keep a track of it because if it's WWE sort of canon, yeah. So the new episode that just went up last week on Friday, covering the Austin McMahon Raw, is about 2 hours long. I don't know whether that's the actual sort of length content that we're going to be getting on the network. It'd be ballsy if it was, but somehow I think it's going to be sort of like a cropped down, not as good version. Also, I don't even know if Conrad's even on it.
Yeah.
All I know is what you should be doing is listening to what happened when with Tony Schiavone, because then Schiavone might get on the bloody network. And especially this week, because Schiavone's reacting to ECW for the first time ever.
Oh, I need to check that out.
Yeah.
One Triple S said.
Oh, more comments.
Yeah, One Triple S says he wants Drax to do a Batista bomb, and he hopes Lesnar loses at the Greatest Royal Rumble. No, he's going to, but
no, I honestly think he is.
I don't want him to at this point.
I honestly think Lesnar's losing in Saudi Arabia because they won't boo him. Or, sorry, they won't boo Brock. The great thing is, if they do, it'll be just really like, wow, how. The one thing I do, when did I that's the other thing as well. Tickets,
they're super cheap too.
The tickets for Saudi Arabia, the tickets went on sale on Friday. So apparently they're trying to sell this fucking 60,000 seat or so stadium out in 2 weeks. I'm going to Ticketmaster.com. We're gonna. No, wait. What? I can't get tickets. Boo. WWE Saudi Arabia tickets. That's what I want to find out. Yes, click on that. We do not have any tickets on sale. Wait, what? I want to buy a ticket. Bastards. Can I hang on? Can I click on this? What the shit's going on? I should have just clicked on ticket and event, shouldn't I? And see if it's on their bloody page. Oh, it said page. Page here. I love the fact that that's now become a meme. Because I don't know why they edited that with that awkward bloody silence at the start.
Right.
That's what probably hurt it so much. Okay, so looking at this, the Raw guys are in Cape Town, South Africa in about 12 hours or so, give or take. They're doing 2 shows actually there, Wednesday and Thursday. Then they're Friday in Pretoria and Saturday in Johannesburg. So basically all the Raw guys are on there. So, they're busy. Oh, there we go. Tickets. App.halayala. Choose number of online tickets. And it's all of them, it says, will be available later. Oh, that's good. Hang on. Now I need to try and find the ticket price. Can I come? 1 Saudi Riyal is. Let's have a quick look. So the upper section, the tickets cost $2.67.
Good Lord. God, that's cheaper than I paid to go to the Hall of Fame last year.
The upper section is $2 or $2.67. The lower section, you got to spend a bit more. Only $5.33. And then if you want to be truly swag, because you're like a big old shake and you want to milk it, you can spend $26 for a front row seat.
$26?
$26.66 on the current currency conversion.
God, if I was in Saudi Arabia right now, I'd be sitting pretty in the front row.
As long as you don't want to go to like Israel or anything, get a ticket to Saudi Arabia and see if you can get a ticket. Apparently, you can't get them online because it just says will be available later. So either they've sold out already, or I don't even know. But wow, I didn't even know that was how fucking crazy it was getting. Wow.
Yeah, I think that might be our show as well.
Yeah, that's actually it. Owens, I don't know whether you've got any sip and snack stuff, because I'm trying to think if there's any.
Well, considering the fact of what weekend it is, yeah, I'm actually doing a sip and snack on Thursday.
What weekend is it?
Well,
it's Rusev Day.
It's me and April's half marathon on Sunday, so I'm doing the Star Wars Space Punch on Sip and Snack.
Oh, stop! That would make more sense on May the 4th, but whatever.
Not for this.
There's more Star Wars stuff coming.
I'll probably find something else Star Wars related, and plus, that's going to be with something else, which it ties in even more. AJ, this week has got
what parks are opening in the next few months, if anything, or what new bits?
I mean, we've got Fast and Furious Supercharged, which is going to be officially opening soon. It's in technical rehearsals right now. Fantastic.
That's why Dwayne was at Universal.
Right. And on top of that, we also have, on the Disney side of things, Toy Story Land is going to be opening in June. So looking forward to that at the end of the month.
There's going to be some stuff obviously related to that.
Yep, most definitely. And especially with the new land, that means new food. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, AJ's movie reviews this week is tied into other things as well. So yeah, it's going to be a really awesome versus that I'm happy to be a part of. Actually, I wish I was be able to be a part of it, but it's something that makes sense given what the weekend is. So yeah, we've got AJ's movie reviews coming this weekend. I'm going to get Super Troopers as one. There's probably other things as well. So we'll stay tuned for that. So more content coming in the day. Ashley content looks like it's coming tomorrow, I would say, at some point. To make up for the
I'll probably do something. There's nothing to really sort of build hype for that I want to talk about. I don't know. I can't think of anything wrestling related. It might be some sort of video game stuff. I could sort of whip some stuff together regarding EA and the Star Wars situation and everything. I'll get something shot over so it's up at some point tomorrow.
Wednesday show will be Ashley's. Thursday will be Sip and Snack. For me, Friday is going to be AJ's movie reviews. Saturday's going to be Versus. And Sunday will be, I guess we'll see what happens on Sunday.
Even if it's late and we can't do a live show, I'll probably shoot some sort of reactions to Impact if I manage to see most of it or whatever.
Right. So we have to have some sort of video on Sunday. You might get a Sip and Snack. Guess we'll find out. So that's your video. That's your podcast for the night. And I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. 1SSS, Jeremy Mills, Hyro. Thank you, Acer, for always putting us over on Twitter. We really appreciate that. Thanks, everyone, for joining us, whether live or an archive. If you didn't decide to pipe up and chat, no worries. Thank you for listening anyway. We really appreciate your patronage every single week here on the Popcast Network. And you can follow me on Twitter at Sero and Disney. Follow the network at Popcast Network. Check out our Facebook fan page of Popcast Network. And as always, in a world where there are a billion wrestling podcasts, we're very pleased that once more tonight you have chosen a Popcast. And thank everyone for watching. Thanks everyone for listening. And until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all we got to say about that.
I guess we did hinder Jinder because he's on Raw.